Howdy y'all. Yeah, that's another 4G D4 behind me. In fact, we're here because we're gonna get 3 4G D4s, and one of them is an RD4.
Yeah, this is a
44-inch narrow gauge. And we're measuring all this stuff because this is on the other side of the Colorado mountains, the Rocky Mountains, and hauling 3 of these home, that would take us probably a couple of weeks. So we're hiring somebody to haul them out to my place. Looks like we're about 10'9" to the drawbar. This is 4G 7425. And this is the RD4. This is 4G 6667 as the variable PTO. Somebody put the tank on the back. That one's a 44-inch. The last one we just looked at, it's running. Our other one, and it runs too. And look at this, folks. Remember when I broke mine and I needed one of these? Well, now we got a spare. This one is 4G 7694. We're arranging trucking, so we're gonna get all these home somehow. This one's got a homemade dozer on it. We're not keeping the blade, but the arms are very interesting. We're in Palisade, Colorado. We're waiting here by the highway for the lowboy that we passed on the way up here so that we can take him into where the D4s are. That was exciting. I got to look at the sky a few times. Got to think about things while I was looking at the sky. Nothing like loading tractors. Tractor loading goat rope. 37 D4. 37 RD4. This is a transitional one. It's different. It's got the RD4 tags, but doesn't have the RD4 upper radiator tank. It's kind of interesting. Another 37 D4 with the belt pulley. I'm gonna help this very kind driver get loaded and chained down, and hopefully we'll get on our way. It's the next morning, so yesterday ran very long. It was about a 6 to 7 to 8 hour drive. The traffic was horrible coming home. Over Vale Pass, they had construction down to one lane, and then on I-70, when we got closer to Denver, it was actually stopped for quite some time. So the truck just went back to their yard, parked for the night, and he's bringing them out this morning here on the next morning. And he called me, I don't know, about 30 minutes ago, so he should be here soon. And we ran into a few little issues loading those up. The doghouse on the very back of the trailer was a little wider than the tractor track width, so the gentleman that we bought those from was very kind and went and cut some 4x4s and some 6x6s so that we could get them up there on the ramp, and we're good. That's the only one I'm a little nervous about unloading this morning. But Dad had an epiphany about how to free our stuck tracks that we're probably going to use one of these tractors for, so a lot of good positive things are going to come out of this purchase. To run, the one of them needs push started, the other one the pony motor starts, and it actually has a lot of diesel getting into the engine, and I think we know what that is. That's that seal from the main high pressure fuel pump that goes, and it will, if it fails, it's kind of an O-ring, it'll just pump oil, diesel fuel, not oil. It'll pump diesel fuel right into the engine oil on the tractor. So that's definitely what one of the problems is. So I think we can fix that, and we may have an option to fix those tracks on 4G on Lefty. Now, I can't say 4G anymore. We have 4 of them now. This really reminds me of our old days in the excavating business. Kind of waiting, directing trucks in, unloading trucks, loading a lot of dirt. We worked with these guys for decades. They're a great company, and we were really delighted that they helped us out on this one, and their driver was very patient with us trying to load these things, so we're grateful for that. And Granddad worked with this company before, when they were the older company back in the 50s, so we've known the family a long time, and we like working with them. They've always been Johnny on the spot. They've treated us right, always. It's been probably almost a decade since we used them last. Actually, this trailer that they're bringing these tractors on was the one that hauled our last excavator, our last big piece of equipment out of here to sale. Actually in here or whatever, but you know, it's kind of a sad thing, but we've moved on. This is my job now, and I've been with tractors my whole life, one way or another. Usually operating them. Now I spend a lot more time fixing them. I need to maybe rethink my career decisions, but I kind of like fixing them too. I'm kind of burned out of operating them, honestly. Got so many thousands of hours operating equipment. That'll work. Thank you. Thank you, JFW, for helping us out on this one. Well, that's one. That's two. That's three.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
I do want to address something that I referred to in last week's video, and that is how we're gonna attempt once again in a different way to free those sticky tracks off of 4G. And that is with these D4s. As you can see, this one here, this one's running. This one's running, but it has super straight fenders. We're not going to use this one. But because that tank is mounted to the back, we're going to pull all this off, take these tracks off, put our tracks on this, and we are going to run the ever-living... We're going to run them hard until they free up. We're going to run them all day if we have to, and we're going to pull some things to break those tracks loose. These three D4s, they're going to tell an interesting story, which I'll do a video on in the future. And we're going to do walkarounds on all of them. I just got to do that. And they are all very unique and have very unique stories. I do want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. It's strange how this happened. Like, they somehow found us. A year ago, we had that parts machine that saved Lefty in there. If it wasn't for that machine, we never would have got this far with the project. 12 Caterpillar D4s.